Adieu fine people, this is Draco, and today we're gonna be playing some more Modern Merfolk, of course. A couple of weeks back we had a really great one with Master of Waves in the list, and I wanted to do that list again, but with my own adjustments to the deck. I actually found that to be really interesting, so we're gonna see if Master of Waves can really make us win this Modern League today, so hopefully it'll be performing just as well or even better than last time, where we actually almost managed to get the trophy. We only got the 4-1. This here is the list we're running today. The list is running 4 Cavern of Souls, and the Cavern of Souls is an amazing card in general. The problem is that it's it is a bit worse when you want to cast a lot of non-creature spells, so that's just something to be wary of. This list is running only 7 basic islands, but I'm really rarely running into Blood Moon. And of course today I suspect I'm gonna do that twice or something, but normally don't. So I'm all the way down to 7 with 1 Minamo, and of course the 4 Muda Walls, which is still an amazing card. Only 1 Otawara and only 1 Waterlock Grove. This is just to make way for the Cavern of Souls. Also, this deck is running 4 Glasspool Mimics. Glasspool Mimic is better when you're running 3 Master of Waves, because it's great to copy a Master of Waves with the Glasspool Mimic, because it'll buff the team twice. So now it's 3 2s, which is not a joke. So that's really potent to do that. Also, the Ether Vial strategy in this specific list is a bit different. Normally you would just want to stay your Ether Vial on 2 and just keep slamming all your 2-drops like the Adepts or the Lords. But here you really want to get up to 4. You want to be using the Ether Vials for both Subtlety or Master of Waves as much as possible. And giving you something to do on the way there with the Glasspool Mimic is really strong. So that's why I want to have the all 4 in this specific list here. You can see this deck is only running Force of Negation and Ether Vials as the non-creature spells, and the Cavern of Souls can cast Ether Vials. So the only problem we have in the main deck right now is the Cavern of Souls in regards to casting the Force of Negations. So I think this is an interesting tech, having this as the only non-creature spell, because we can just pitch the Glasspool Mimics or any of the other blue cards in the list for that one. The sideboard, I wanted to still test out Spell Stutter Sprite against Cascade decks. And a little note here that it's also interesting. Yeah, it's gonna come in as a creature and counter a Cascade spell because it costs 0. But typically it can only cast counter 1 CMC spells otherwise. But you can actually activate the Muda Wall to create another fairy, which is interesting tech. So keep that in mind. I also put in 2 Unlicensors. Unlicensors is a really good. Well positioned at the moment, I believe. I think it's a really great card. I can also see it spiking in value, so there's something behind the madness. And also, when you run out the Chalice on 1, which you're going to do a lot in this deck here, the Unlicensors can still be cast, unlike Relic. But I don't want to have too many Unlicensors, so I have 2 and the 1 Relic. So this is a list. Let's see how it goes. Okay, round 1 against Yabish. And we can start on the play. This hand could really use a vial. This hand is doing nothing on 2 and nothing on 1. Absolutely nothing on 1. And 2 is only playing out a Trickster. That's a bit rough. I think we're gonna keep it anyways to see what's going on here. Welcome to the chat, Compressor. We are running today a list with Master of the Waves, 4 Cavern of Souls, and a bit changed to the sideboard, but a list primarily focused on creature spells. So gonna be interesting to see how it performs today. We had a pretty similar list a couple of weeks back that did really great. And you can see the list. I'm gonna do a YouTube video as well where you can see the list, and I can also show it in the sideboarding. Oh, the Mistress Bubble comes in. So this indeed looks like we're up against good old Murktide. Oh, no. No. It's not Murktide, okay. Should be Death Shadow this list here. Most likely. Okay. So I think I want to get my Cavern down now. We're not gonna attack with Motorol next turn anyway, are we? The big question is that if I even want to play down the Trickster, but I think maybe it's better just to wait on the Trickster. Okay. I think now wait on the Trickster. Oh my god. He's totally out of gas here. No lands for him. This Master of Waves could be amazing. So I think I'm gonna try to copy the Glasspool Mimic on the Master of Waves. Which means the next turn I don't want to play the Mimic, so I can just wait on the and trickstering this Ragavan next turn. It's really important for me that he don't get hit in. Okay, Mutavaults can come down here. No, we're not gonna play anything next turn. I think it's better to just do like this, just pass. And then we're gonna Trickster. And tap down the Ragavan. Might as well just do that and begin combat. If he draws a land and can dash in another one or something. I think he really wants to get the hit in here. Because he's screwed on mana. It's also difficult for me to see how he can... oh, thought he's... Okay. He needs to take the Master of Waves here. That could just win him the game. But we're beating down now. We can play the Lord, hit for 3, and then we can have 2 blockers. Drawing another Lord is absolutely fine here. I'm gonna block the Ragavan no matter what. He might be able to kill the Lord, but I can just trade. So I'm gonna trade here. He's gonna probably shoot the Lord. And then it's gonna be so far behind. It's amazing. I don't mind this trade at all. He doesn't develop his board. Next turn we can mimic Lord and have a lot of power. That's actually lethal if he doesn't remove one of them. It's a big Death Shadow. Okay, new play, new line. We could just copy the Trickster and hit him for 5. I think even though Svelune is an amazing draw here, I think that's just a better line. That means that I have next turn 2 lethal attackers. And unless they started playing. I'm not playing all 4 masters. I'm playing Cavern of Souls. We're playing still three masters, so the main deck is pretty much the same. It's just a really nice, clean main deck with 6 4-drops, and then you want to get the vials up to 4, and on the way there you can get the Mimic out. Okay, we want to of course have the Dismember up for the Ragavans. I think actually we could consider Chalice of the Void. That could be nice to do. Not all of the lists are running Cruxa. I don't think his list is running Cruxa. I think it's more like a traditional Death Shadow deck. But it's a lot of 1-drops. You have typically Ragavans, you know, Death Shadow, Ragavans, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Unholy Heat. So they want to get in the Chalice of the Voids and the Dismembers. What don't I want? I don't want the Force Negations. I don't like the Subtleties either, actually. I still like the Master of Waves because a lot of the removal is red. And the question is if I want to hit them from the graveyard. I think just an Unlicensed Hearse could be fine just to have a 1-off. I don't think the Tideshipper is that good, so let's just take out one more Tideshipper for an Unlicensed Hearse. We can play it actually because of Cavern of Souls, so it's not the worst. And I think it's okay to have it as a way to stop it. Let's try this here. Okay, this is a pretty nice hand. We got the Dismember on 1. Okay, I don't think he revealed Giganta last turn. So for this hand, no Ragavan. Stay Slapped says, hi YouTube. YouTube greets you, Stay Slapped. I think we have our lands. I don't want to put down the Mimic here. Oh, the Mimic. So let's just play down the island. I love the interaction between the Dismember and the Chalice of the Void. I think this Chalice of the Void could hurt him really bad. I can remove any threat he plays here. That's fine. And Chalice for 1. Now we can play, if we draw our, and of course never forget our pre-made, ready to go Chalice sign. I'm gonna put up on the screen so I don't forget. There's a Chalice in play, bro. Doesn't matter that much. It's only Ether Vials I can't really cast here. Yes, you can play an Expressive Iteration. Many of the spells in his deck he can't cast now. See here, probably still have the Thoughtseizes and yeah, definitely have the Death Shadow, so they are uncastable now. What a great card to draw. One of the things, I was a bit too hasty here, because one of the things we need to be concerned about is of course Drown Luck. But I need to have 3 cards in my graveyard, right? Mana value less than or equal to, yeah. In its control script. I'm not close to that, so let's just get that one down. This is pretty great. This is the best card to get up and running. And he can't use Unholy Heat on it because of Chalice, so it's protected against that. He can't use Fatal Push on it because of that, so he needs to kill it with the Drown Luck. Or potentially if they're playing Liliana, which is not necessarily something they do. I don't think he likes us very well. It's so fun with the Chalice of the Void. In this meta, it's just such a good card on one. Especially because we can play around it with the Cavern of Souls. So maybe running 4 Caverns and running 4 Chalices is just a great strategy. Okay, so Yabish finally conceded, and we are up 1-0 in matches, and we'll be right back for match 2. Okay, round 2 against Ivanguil, and we are right back in it here. This is the Yorian guy, or one of the Yorian guys. So this means that we are on the draw against most likely elementals or 4-color nonsense. And this hand is a bit slow, but fine. I actually think with this hand, I want to be aggressive against these guys and play out the Tide Shipper immediately. Typically they have blue mana, so we're gonna keep. And we'll play the Tide Shipper as a 1/1 scripts rights, or a really old school card here. Look at our Tide Shipper can't be countered. This is we're playing it old school, like it's a card from 1993. It's this one. Look at this one coming in here. Merfolk of the Pearl Trident, 1 mana, 1/1. But a Merfolk doing it. We have Lone Wolfie in the chat. Happy Monday to you, sir. We are playing a list today, which are running 4 Cavern of Souls and 3 Master of Waves. Creature heavy list, also stacked up on all 4 Glasspool Mimics, so we can get our Ether Vial to hopefully generate a lot of value for us. Ooh, what a nice draw here. Okay, so this could be Icefang Quarrel, right? Yeah, Icefang Quarrel it seems. So I might just play out the Lord here. I actually think this is a pretty nice place to play out the Lord. Can't counter it. And also we have 4 Chalice of the Void in the sideboard. I think the Chalice of the Void is so nice right now. And because you have 4 Cavern of Souls, you can much easier get that up and running. Here's the Icefang Quarrel. It could also be a Alarm Score. Now we're ready with the 4th Invocation, probably pitching the Tide Shipper. Yeah, I don't want to I don't want to counter that. It's absolutely fine. Sverloon is interesting. It's a great way of using our mana. It's not indestructible, so might be, but I think it's still pretty. It's only Fury, and I don't think they're running that much Fury at the moment. It's not the most used one. Fury would be amazingly annoying against that card. Alternatively, we could just play down the Adept and the Tideshipper. Or maybe just a Tideshipper trying to stall his mana here. Getting him off white could be pretty interesting. Then he can get, you know... Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I think that's a better line, because then he can play his Omnath. Let's take this one. I think it's better to get him off white. Okay. So he can't play his Omnath now. That's pretty good. Okay, this seems like a real bad play. It's a real consideration just to get in the... Okay. I think I want to play the Sverloon still. Let's attack first, see what happens. Maybe we should have played the Sverloon before attack because of ward, but hopefully not going to matter that much. He's just jumping here. And I think I'm going to hold the Glasswing Mimic in hand so I can pitch that to force. Because I think both the Lord of Lancer and Adept could be decent. Okay. That's pretty fine. We didn't see that much. We saw Quaddle and Prismatic Ending, but we know what we're up against. Here we can't get help from the Chalice of the Void or any of the Graveyard Hate. We don't like the Dismembers either. I think we're just gonna put in counter spells and subtlety. I don't think I like Force Negation that much in this matchup, so maybe this is just it. This little change here. No, actually, Dismembers are good against Omnath, so we're gonna get those in. The Master of Waves is not at its best here because you can remove it with Solitude. So I think I'm gonna take out a couple of those, and all of that I'm pretty fine here. Let's do this. He didn't seem to have the strongest of draws. I don't mind. I do not mind. Okay, this is our hand. We have Lord S in the chat saying he likes hers for Renaissance. That's actually a really, really good point. I think I want to get the Hearses in there. I think that's a great point. If we go to game 3, I think that's worth it. Because Renaissance is such a good card, and being able to specifically pick out the lands is hugely important, the fetch lands. This hand, okay, you're running out of Tideshipper and a Trickster on 2, and you are protecting it with Subtlety. It's too slow for my liking here. I think I'm mulligan also because this gives me some awkward draws. Okay, this is much better. I think I'm just gonna pitch it then back a land. Exactly, such a draw there, for example. Now, actually, it wouldn't be the worst to draw a Trickster, so we can hold up Counterspell next turn for Shinani. And I think we need to Subtlety a Renaissance here. No Renaissance, I'm happy. Oh, that's one turn too late. It's really annoying. I don't think I can do it now. I think I want to play out the Adept and show the Master. Or the Lord. So next turn I can double spell. We play and we show the Lord here. Okay, just cycles his thing here. Okay, the Cavern could actually be interesting. That's actually a pretty nice draw here. We need to subtlety something here if it's a Planeswalker coming in. And we need to hold up mana counterspell for the Omnath next turn. Yeah, here comes it. So that's what I'm gonna subtlety that one. I'm gonna exile the Lord. Maybe this is aggressive, but I just think when we have counterspell up next turn and either while up and running, he puts it on bottom. Nope. Okay. Again, a good draw. And we have counterspell off Omnath, and we can play Trickster if he doesn't play it. Okay, he's gonna kill off the Prismatic Ending. We don't need that much this game. I'm running into counterspell here. I feel like we could be. So but it could also be Icewind Quarter, so I think we need to draw the Lord here. I'm not gonna play the Trickster here. Perfect. So we can play down the Lord. Uncounterable. And now he can't block with his Icewind Quarter. And we have Trickster and Counterspell up. I like our position here. It's already on 10. Now it's gonna hardcast one of the big guys. Supreme Verdict, that can't be countered, okay. That's unfortunate. Our problem is here that he could easily have Mystical Dispute. If they're starting that one in, I don't know if they are. I think I'll take the gamble and play it because I need the pressure. We need the pressure here. We might get Mystical Disputed. Okay, we didn't. I'm glad. Okay. So that's a good Supreme Verdict. Good card. We have our Ace Up Asleep with the counterspell. But we need to draw something. He's on 4 cards. Okay. So he has one big dude. It's coming in here and the upkeep. Here comes Solitude and we'll counter it. Yeah, you go away. Yeah. We're running directly into Supreme Verdict again, but I don't think we can just sit around doing nothing with that card. He could easily have another big threat coming in. A little elemental. I think it comes. Want to do it now? Another Supreme Verdict. Okay. It's okay, we just need to draw some action now. That is action. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in step anyways. There's a chance here that we are avoiding getting countered, which I think might be correct. Ren 6. And now he could have the counterspell, but we have the Cavern. Ha ha ha. Chalice is really great right now. Maybe he's stacked with 2 counterspells in his hand. And Lord A says we should just ignore the Ren 6, and I think you're actually absolutely right here. But maybe we don't even get to have this in to be alive. Okay, I think I'm gonna do what this card. What do I really want to draw here? I think I'll bottom this to draw something like a Sphere Loon, a bit of a gamble, but because what happens if I do this? I just pass to him, tap this down, hit for 2. Maybe it's okay. The Chalice is going to be a problem no matter what, so let's just top it because it's actually not the worst card against it. I think I'll let him hit us because I rather wanna see if I can get this one in without it dying from any sorcery, something. Don't mind the 3 damage, doesn't really matter. Here comes the Solitude, and we are pretty back. March on this one, okay. It would be nice to have one of the Muda Vaults here. If this one more of the elementals, I think we're just done for. Okay. Okay. So it's looking grim here. We're still on 17, but he can't keep fetching. He's on 4. Problem is that Ren 6 still soon gets to be able to get an emblem. He just drew a card. Okay. He can't get killed by Ren 6. It can get bounced by the Master of Waves. And it can be subtletied by this. Oh, he bounced his own subtlety, of course. Yeah, I didn't think about that. That's a pretty nice play, actually. There's a very slim chance to none that we can win this game. Let's just concede here. So this is the like big control version. Pretty crazy. Let's get the unlicensed person there, and I still don't like the Master of Waves. But we could consider Force Negation also against the big Planeswalkers. Also Master of Waves is bad against Mass Removal. We like the counter spells. I actually think this member looks bad, because I'm not even sure that he's running Omnath. But he is. Svedun is a bit worse. This member, I don't... Yeah, this member... It's only like... It seems like it's a more controllers version. I want to kill, of course, Omnath, but it's not the best use of it. I rather want to counter Omnath then. So we took out one Svedun. It's not the best in this matchup, because it can be removed by Solitude. And we can cover a couple of Lords, maybe. Maybe you cut one Blastpool Mimic. And we cut one of the Tricksters. Is not at its best here. No, Tricksters is not at its best. Come on. Come on. Okay. What are we at hand? But we do have the I think we're gonna play this hand. Simply because we have the Ether Vial on one, and but we need to draw well. Let's keep it. I think I'm gonna lead with the Mutavault, giving us the option of attacking. No, it doesn't really matter. We will probably be playing Tideship on 2 anyways. We're gonna keep. We're gonna try to keep. We need to draw well. He goes to 5 cards. Okay. That is indeed interesting. And he's considering going even further down. So I think we're gonna lead with Cavern. Okay, so here it would have been much better to leave with the Mutavault. We can't use the Tideshipper here. Okay. So we could have attacked for 2 damage here. That's potentially gonna be relevant. A big consideration is to try to get him off his mana here with the subtlety. So instead of just pushing it in here with the Ether Vial, where it's a 2/2, we think we're gonna wait and do it next turn. And just let this just go up and up and up. Perfect to draw a 2-drop here. Not the best one, but it's a 2-drop. We can't counter this, and we're gonna hit his Welcome Chime. It's probably gonna be a bit annoying. Next turn. See, that could potentially be annoying for him, especially on a mulligan. And we have the Trickster up, we have the Tavara up. But if he plays, imagine he plays the Planeswalker for 3 here. He bounces the Tideship at Ether Vial. I think we'll just let it happen. And the next turn we can actually play Subtlety. If he bounces the Ether Vial, we can also just kill it, because we have 2 threats down. Here I think we're gonna put down the threat. I think we wanna tick this up. Ah, damn. Okay, that's kind of annoying. Because we don't have the best things to copy here. And this means that he can take it up. And we're definitely gonna tap it. It's more if we're gonna put down the Glassbloom Mimic. Yeah, I think we are. The Glassbloom Mimic just seems so much bit worse now. But again, it's another threat. I don't want to copy Mutava because then I have to. Then I can't play the subtlety. Damn, this Artemis' Charm could be his savings grace here. Copying Mutava would be amazing, of course. I agree, but I need the subtlety value here. Supreme Verdict. I think actually we want to put down the subtlety just as a pressure card here. That's a really, really good draw. My problem is that this either Violet is going to win the game now because we can't do anything about you know, all the elementals now. That's rough. Artemis' Charm here. I wanted to get the Otavara to put back the Ether Vial, but it costs 4 mana. So of course, yeah. Oh, he puts that in hand and now he can put it in. Okay, that's fine. Guess that's pretty good. We need our lords here. We need our lords, but we can do a hit for 5 here. I actually think that's probably worth it. Now we don't have Subtlety up, but the Subtlety doesn't seem to make any sense now. Yeah, I agree with that line. So we're gonna activate this one here. We're gonna attack. And this guy's gonna come in. Yes, what's this gonna be? Ouch. And he can blink it next turn. Okay, bro. I won't either while just kill us here. That's of course absolutely insane. The Vial just getting him the meta value now. But well played by Ivan Gill. Actually, I like the line of copying the Mutavault and then being able to Otavara the Ether Vial. That would have been the winning line. Oh, I should have blocked here. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Then I would have had more damage here. He would have been on less life. We are high compression rank. We are up 1-0 in matches, but this is a losing game, unfortunately. And this was this game was the last one of this match. So means we're gonna be 1-1 in matches in a second here. It's actually pretty foolish. Tier 0 elementals, yeah. That's so good. We should maybe just have played it as a 2-2 here. But it doesn't really matter. This Ether Vial, he stole the Ether Vial with the Artemis down, which was a great play. And now he's just gonna go off. He could put down the Ether Vial, and then from the Ether Vial the Solitude, and then the Urn, and we couldn't counter anything. Okay. That was one we need to subtlety if we had a small chance. It's okay, he won the match. Well played by Evangel. Stealing the Artemis Charm was bananas. Let's be back. We'll be back for round 3. Okay, round 3. We need to bounce back from the close loss against 4-color. But this is a great hand. Let's keep it. Okay, what is this? Hammer time or something? No. Murktide. Yeah, I'll allow it. Dragon Race Channeler. I never really run a subtlety at Dragon Race Channeler. We have many good cards against that card. We have, for essentially, the Trickster as well. So this is your island of choice. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. Okay. So we got ourselves a Master of the Pearl Trident, which is fine. Now we have some excess masters to pitch to subtlety at some point. And this Ether Vial is looking strong, and Caverns is great against Murktide. Actually, sometimes it's really nice that you don't let to lead on the Cavern, because then he can just, you know, expect to hold a counterspell, and you play the Cavern and surprise him. I think I would consider Legislator subtlety, but it's not Legislator because he's playing down the Mrs. Bubble. And some people are actually leaving Legislator. What's this now? I think... No, Murktide Regent. See how insane this is. Thank God we have the subtlety. And I think with this hand, I just want to pitch down the Lord, potentially. And the Master. Thank God for subtlety. That's so insane. In turn 2 he can resolve Murktide Regent. Considering maybe he's gonna put it on bottom here. Yeah, that's the casual turn 2 Murktide. So insane. He put it on top. Oh, that's a confident man. We're gonna mention the mental on the next one here. So that's a couple of lines you can consider at this moment. We could go for the Trickster kill, which is pretty nice, as he will be starting to do something with Dragon's Channeler. Do we like the Trickster kill? I think we like the Trickster kill. What can happen if we do the Trickster kill here? He could just have a removal spell taking it out. So maybe it's actually better doing that on next turn. So maybe I just add it, and then he shoots the adept and kills me, and hits me, gets things in his yard. We could also just upkeep Trickster. Upkeep Trickster in the Draco's Channeler. I think that's weird, but it means that he doesn't get any delirium value, and he just drew the Murktide. This is gonna probably set him back an entire turn. Normally I want to use the Murktide to kill the Draco's Channeler, but this way he can't get any surveil value of all the sorcery things. But he can get a removal spell in there, and he can play an opt. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna Citadel now, also to draw the land. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, of course we need to Citadel now because I chose Elemental. Ha! Actually, we should have maybe just chosen Merfolk here on the other one. Let's see what happens. Wow. It's getting late in Denmark. It's over 11 now. Look at all this value this man is getting. It's getting up. It's getting late. That was actually a big mistake, calling this elemental, because look at all this 2-drops here. We need to draw now a land. Okay, so he couldn't have played the doodle duty here. Ah, damn, this is so stupid. But the force negation is pretty nice. Now we're gonna go for the Murktide kill, and then for the Trickster. Oh, that was so stupid. Okay. I don't know why I thought about just playing it on Elemental. I think it was because last time I played, I wanted to have it on Elemental because I had 3 other lands. I think I have to counter this now. We gotta move a Lord for Lenses. Now he attacks in, and now this has to work, otherwise we are so far behind. If he's killing it now, he gets to surveil. Okay, he's not, so he doesn't have it. Okay, so we have a small chance, but he can resolve a Murktide next turn. That's a weird play. He wanted to see if I had another Merfolk in me. We're gonna put it up. So we can't play anything. Oh. We need to draw blue land next turn. We need to draw blue source so we can play master and both the masters. Not good, not good, not good, not good. Here comes the giant Murktide. It's 6/6, 7/7. Yeah, fine. So we need to draw a blue source now, so we can do a lot of Master of Waves trickery. Yes. Then we might have a chance. This is too little, too late. Okay. Bad draws. I really done myself dirty with this play here. That's okay. We'll hopefully get back in the next one. I wish he would play a little faster so we can get on with this game. So far ahead now. I don't think he even knows it. If we don't draw exactly Trickster, we are probably dead here. Finally. He needs to have absolutely nothing. And we need to draw another Lord next turn. So now we're dead. Okay, fine. Fine. Thank God. Okay, let's get in this stuff here. And this stuff here. The subtleties are good. We don't like the forced negations. We can cut down one of these. We can cut. The Massive Waves is amazing. This is actually one of the problems with this sideboard because we have so much action against this deck. But when I cut a couple of Lords, we can also cut down a Glasswood Mimic or two. What are we actually cutting? Maybe we just hold out the Relic is amazing against him. Massive Waves is amazing, Subtlety is good. Are really cutting more Lords? Cutting an Adept and a Lord. Okay, let's do it like this. Yes. Okay. We keep this hand. He mulligans to 6 cards. Come on, a Yokum. Okay, keeps his 6. Let's do Merfolk. And the Vial comes in here. So this is nice. We had the subtlety again for the if he has another really fast Murktide. And this time we have the Ether Vial up running again. Ragavan, that's fine because we have the Trickster. I think we just want to tap down the Trickster because then suddenly we have a lot of action against it. Yes. Unlicensed Hearse is a nice play for next turn, but I think I want to Trickster now, so he doesn't get his value. These Cavern Souls is really good here. It's really like that he can have a counter spell, so I need to Trickster an upkeep, but I don't have to think about that right now. It's good here because now I actually can start activating the unlicensed Hearse from the yard. Oh, that was hasty. Too hasty, bro. It's of course good for him, and I understand why he do it. But the next artifact is going to be even worse for him. I'm just going to stay back with the Trickster. Then he can, you know, of course, hit us in. But I think it's important to get the Hearse up and running fast. Normally I wait on this, but here I wanted to do it anyways. And I want to keep Trickster back as a blocker here. He can have caused us to kill it and then hit us, but it seems like he doesn't have a land, maybe, since he uses Exploration here. I think the correct play was to wait on the Unlicensed Hearse, but that's small things, because you want to exile as many Sorcery Ancients as possible. Okay, now we trade. That means that he potentially have drawn one more. No. Okay. I think playing out the Lord here is really not that interesting. Especially... But then we can of course activate the Hearse. But getting the Vial out is so important. Of course, drawing a land here would be much better, because then we could play either Svaelun or either Vial and Lord. But I think here we're just going to want to... No, we actually didn't get the first game Lord Ace. Sadly. But it's looking better in this one here. So he's up 1-0. He's using Consider. Ledger Shredder comes in. Are we subtling this? Do we subtlety the Ledger Shredder here? I don't think we do, right? Is it a big threat? I don't think we want to subtlety this. I think it's better to subtlety. Maybe we do actually. We could just be pitching a Master. Master Voice is so amazing here. We maybe want to slow him down as much as possible. What are we pitching? If we don't draw a land here, we want to play the Lord, so we don't want to pitch that. If we draw a land, we want to play the Svaelun, and the Master Voice is amazing in this matchup. So maybe just letting him have a Shredder here is fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's wait for that one. And I think now I want to Hearse the 2 Expressive Iterations. There's 2 sorceries, so that's pretty good to get those away. And it's also both spells for the Murktide. Okay, add aloud, sir. Another hearse is actually pretty interesting. Yeah, I think that's better than playing down the Lord. It's not interesting. It's really bad because we wanted to, of course, to draw some more action here. But I think we might as well just put this one down. And let's just get that one up and running. Yeah. Of course, we exile our own cards as well. This is 6/6 now. Perfect, I land, that's what I wanted to draw. I think now I want to put down the pressure. And attack with this big one here. And you conceded. Wow. Okay. I don't think there's much I want to change. I still think Chalice is amazing, Master of Waves is good. It's weird going down so much on Lords, especially against a blue mage. But I think we need to be reactive against this deck here. Yeah, let's try again. 1-1 against Murktide. This hand. It's a bit awkward, right? We do have all the jazz we want. This is such an awkward hand. One land, though. It's amazing. But we can't be sure to draw the land. We have 2 draw steps. And even if we do, one of these cards are dead. It's the thing I want to mulligan. This can go wrong so many ways, but it's just this card is good, this card is good, this card is good. Mulligan. Okay, still a really good hand here. I think I want to pitch down the Tide Shipper. Salty's good to have. Maybe we pitch down the Salty actually, because we do have the Relic, and I want to Salty the Murktide. And we have the Tide Shipper on 1 if he plays the Ragavan on 1. So let's put down Salty. Salty is also worse when you started out by having to put the Salty back here. Ragavan, okay. It's annoying. But we do have multiple small dudes to block it. So if you, and we would have also been in a bind because what are you playing on 1 then? Are you playing the Dismember? That's also pretty dumb because that's the only card we can play through a Chalice on 1. Ooh. That means he has to remove a spell. Yeah. And this looks like a fast draw. This is one of the classic Murktide draws where we can't do anything because we just can't get our cards out fast enough. You can see here, if I play the Adept next turn, my Relic won't never be relevant, then I can just play a Murktide next turn. You see, he can play a Murktide next turn, and I almost need to play and correct the Relic to avoid that. These draws are really crazy. Yeah. So we need to crack the Relic if we don't want a Murktide, but he can just fill up his graveyard anyways. So this is just one of the things you can't do anything about this kind of draws here, and even the Chalice won't be able to do anything. So I think we just have to hope that he doesn't have the Murktide. And maybe just play out the Adept. This is the reason why this is tier 1. Yeah, so playing the Relic, cracking it to avoid it, anything here is not the worst. My problem with that play is that it means that we are not blocking the Ragavan anytime soon, and that's just too much value. So I think still I need to Adept, but Adept is also horrible. One of the things we could do here as well is also to draw the Subtlety. That would actually be the reason why we need to play the Adept here. And we didn't. But drawing the Subtlety there would be pretty strong, because then we could stop the Murktide from happening. We just have to hope that he doesn't have a Murktide. Doesn't seem so. Oh, we might not know anything yet. Oh yeah, of course he has a Murktide. That's exactly a Murktide display, because it means that he just want to get the 3 damage in before he plays the Murktide and doesn't want to use any removal spells. So I don't think we can do much here. Though Tavara is the only card that can bounce the Murktide. Ooh. Ah, here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. He just wanted another threat down. What a draw. Bravo. Bravo. This is round 3. Look at his hand. Yeah. Trickster is interesting. We definitely need to get the Trickster down. And I think we probably just want to tap down the Murktide just so we don't die too fast, right? Okay, it's a fairy. Yeah. So we need to play this now. I think we have to tap down the Murktide just to take less damage. And now it's probably gonna bounce the Relic or something annoying like that. So he only really has one good attacker, right? That's our luck here. And we can play down the Lord next turn to take off to Fairy. Or potentially just hit him for a lot, right? Maybe he has no removal spell. The problem is we'll be dead next turn. See, we're gonna take 9 next turn. So we can't take the hit from the Ragavan, right? We can't even double Lord next turn. Unless we draw Lord. And there will only be 8 points of damage. What happens if we block 1 here and then play the Lord, hit for 3, he goes to 9. Then we have 2 threats out, and he can hit us in for 9. We can play the Relic and control his yard a bit. So we hit him for we hit him for 3. He goes to 9, and then we have 2 threats out. That's horrible. That's 8 points of damage. So I think we need to take the hit from the Ragavan this turn, which is a huge gamble. But don't see us winning otherwise. Let's say we take the hit, we go to 10. Next turn we play Relic and crack it, and Lord and hit. Then we can't take any points of damage, and he still has the Ragavan and a Dragon's Channeler. What happens if we draw? Yeah. Oh, we have to kill the Ragavan. It's unfortunate. Damn, this is so actually. Nah. If we go to 10, we can also just die from a connive. So I don't think we can do that. I think we just need to block here. Mutavault. That's interesting. So he needs to have nothing here. What about this one? 2 artifacts and 2 creatures, right? 2 cards in hand. Can you get Surveil up and running? Then we're dead. So we have to play the Lord and play the Relic and crack it. That's also fine. And then attack, of course. We gotta ignore this one here. The Relic was a great draw. Especially because we have Cavern next turn. Is it better to have the Mutavault as a blocker? No, it's better to have the Relic because then you can. I hate myself. But he's not gonna connive his way out of this. Yeah, so he discarded a land. That's of course not good, but we need to get that one down. We couldn't do anything about the connive. That's just a good card. Next turn we can play the Mimic and hit this one here. So that means that next turn we can hit with the Mutavault and play this. So let's crack the Relic now to see. Okay, Mutavault. So he goes to 9, and then next turn we can kill him. If he doesn't kill the Lord, he probably does, but then we can draw Lord. Then we don't kill him either. So we just all in on him not having a removal spell in his top 3 cards. Yeah. That's sometimes how the cookie crumbles. You have to go for the only winning line. He did have the move spell. And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. He also had a light vote, so we were not even close. Okay. So we had a couple of close losses against the two best decks in the format. That's fine. That's what happens. Hopefully we can bounce back on the next video, on the next run. But thanks for watching, guys, and of course if you like what I do, don't forget to give me a like and on the video, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel where I'm just doing a lot of Merfolk action. And see you next time. Thanks for watching.